Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone on this platform. I hope you are doing well, all of you. I'm here for an inquiry which I've received in my inbox about how to create these Google Forms so that people can start filling in forms. Maybe you have a survey and you want to get responses. How are they created? So there are two ways, and I'm starting with the one is the way. It is the one of using a computer. The other one is of using a phone. So let me start with the one for computer. Then the one of the phone will follow. So right away here, as you can see on my screen, this is a browser which is opened. Google Chrome. You can all see it very well. To those of you who are using the computers, you must be having an internet connection, of course. So after opening the browser, you come and you type google.com. So we are going to open google.com. It is a website. After opening google.com, you come here where you are logged in. So there are those kind of dots. You click there, many of them. After clicking on the dots, you scroll down and you click on forms. After clicking on forms, the following will appear. As you are able to see, they are saying start a new form. So we start a new form from here. You click where there is blank. Yes, you click where there is blank form, and then now here you can start filling in the form. You can start setting the form. For example, maybe I want my form to be collecting some kind of data, maybe from my employees or my students. So I can call it maybe employee data. Then I can describe and I say this form is meant this form is meant for UK more employees, just as an example. Then here the employee has to first enter the email address, but you can still change it in settings. That's why they're saying change in settings. So when you go in settings, you have been under question is now we go to settings. So in settings is where you can set those kind of customizable things you need, like collecting emails. So you can ask the first question. Maybe you can say the person should first give us the name. So when you give on instead name, uh, you can now you have to choose here and say should the person answering is it a short answer, is it a big paragraph, is it a multiple choice, is it a checkbox, drop down, file upload, any of these, or it is date and time. So any of those, but now for a name it is always a short answer, and you tick this option which says required, so that it is a required question. The person will not submit the form unless has entered that name. Then these three dots, you can add the description of what the person should write. You can say fill in your full names, okay. So just as a description, but it is not compulsory. After filling in the first question, then you come here to add another question. You can say maybe you want to know the date of birth of the employees. So the date of birth, of course this is date, it automatically even assigns them this date. So the other person will have to enter in the date of birth. And now you may add another question, maybe like for example, if you want maybe level of education. Level of education, then it can be, now the level of education, it means the person has to choose from the drop down list. So you may say out of that let him choose from a drop down. Then the drop down now should contain now the different levels which you need the person to have. You may say P7, or you may say option 2, you may say senior 4, or you may say senior 6, or maybe undergraduate. depending on what you want. Then there are some maybe who have another option. So uh, here you have to add in the description if you want. So that's how these forms are made. Now after making this form, when you're done with making it, now you have to come here and you send it. Now when you're sending it, they'll give you a link which is unique, like the one which I sent. So they'll give you a link here, and they ask you where do you want to send the form. So for example, if I want to send it to my email address, I have already typed in my name. I can invite other people, or I can share via other social media platform, any. Then after filling in the email address, then I send. So now how do you see the responses which those people have responded in? Let me show you how the responses come in. So when the other person receives the link, is now able, you can even copy the link and you paste it in any social media app for people to fill. After filling, now this is how you get the responses. So now after someone has responded, as you can see now, there is one response. So someone has already responded, and now you can scroll down and see who has responded. You click on individual, then you have to see the person who has responded. His email address is here. If there are others, they also be given. Then this is option for printing. You can print all those responses. Now the responses are here. So you see how he has filled in the form and now has submitted. So that's how the forms are made. I hope this you find it very wonderful. So let me make for you how to use the phone to also create them, but on the phone they are a bit more hectic than on the computer. Otherwise, I wish you well.